He was not materialistic. And I keep going on and on. It's just a personification of whatever is good. There are so many instances when I think his brother, who is still alive, the only brother he has now, all his brothers died. I think after he died, Sadiq died, his only Alatikau was also a headmaster, but he had larger part than all of them. He married 4 wives, 30 sons and children. When his daughters are getting married, he will come to Prof. Though he was not a wealthy man, but he has means. Whatever he puts his mind to eat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made way for him. So we are comfortable. We were never lacking anything for school. I was driving to school when I was in the university because I was living with him. All my brothers are now the generals in the army and permanent secretaries and other places envied me when I was in school because I lacked nothing. Because I was with him. I never went, I was an orphan. And the most important aspect of it is that he opened his heart to me. We talked. And it changed my life forever. I was telling myself when we were sitting there, that it was that Prof that made me a patient man. I'm a very impatient person. When I drove him around in Kano, I would be shouting and say, why are you doing this? Calm down now. There was a time around Sabbath market. One useless guy on a bike came and insulted the Prof. I wanted to open the door and get out. He just held my hand like this. He calm down. Then he just looked at his hands down to the sense of journey. Even either in the family or anywhere on there, probably he was the adjudicator. Because he allowed reason to prevail. He will make sure that you calm down. There was a time I think without bothering too much of time. One incident, I had a cousin who had issues with my mother. My mother and my father are related. The same way Aisam's mother and Prof and my father, this kind of cousin marriage. So the cousin of mine visited my mother in Prof's house. I said, oh, I must beat that woman. So she went into woman's room and hid. Professor was at the UK, then he came back. He called me in the library. I was just in university, I was writing. So in the morning, afternoon, it was afternoon, he gave me a note. Say, serve yourself. You know what about him? He can be friendly, but once the mood changes, you know where your place is. So he said, take one. I took Kano and I sat down. I was there throughout the day. We want to do asr prayer with him because that is one thing we always do. So we want to do asr prayer, Maghrib prayer, Isha prayer. He said I should not sleep. I slept in the morning after sleeping prayer. You are asleep because he's younger than me. Go and apologize to her. For attempting to beat her. I did. And she went and apologized to my mother for being rude. That was how the situation was solved. That was who Professor was. He was never in a rush to do anything. We took his time.
2 weeks. We never lost contact for 2 weeks because Prof had only one house in Kano. So the moment if Prof did not sleep in Umbo during weekend, that he has traveled overseas. But the moment he's in Nigeria, he must spend his weekends in his home house in Umbo. And then I will have the opportunity to go and stay with him. Like today, Saturday, I will say, oh, Prof, sir, tomorrow I will be coming to your house. He will say, oh, what do you want to eat? I said, anything. He said, be specific. As I'm coming to his house, he said, David, you are welcome. David, you are welcome. What do you want to eat? I said, Prof, anything I can eat. I said, no, tell me exactly what you want to eat. Is it turkey? Even if it's not there in the house, he will say something to go and buy it. I will stay with Prof in his parlor. I will not even sit on a chair. I will just sleep on the rock. We will talk from morning to night. Prof was a school of itself. It was a school. He gave me education, not formal education in the classroom, but he gave me education outside the classroom. And I value that education better than one certificate was acquired in the university. He was a school, but it takes you patience to understand and go to that school. Because you will be afraid. But if one is materialistic, you run away from God. He will never give you money. And don't ask for money. But if anytime you feel, David, people ask for money, why don't you ask for money? You don't like money? He said, David, we give money based on our request. We don't just give people, see people and give them money on the way you request. But you don't request. So we're here for 20 years. So the issue is, how many Prof in his hometown in Mungo when I went for my new service? I went in there, when I went there, Mungo, the university campus is under Mungo local government. And when I went there, I asked a friend, I met a classmate who is still alive, an indigenous of Mungo. I said, in this Mungo, is there anybody who, because you don't like that person like this. That's why they say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. So I slept. I said, no, I will go alone. I went there, after 2 months, I introduced myself, I said, hey, where did they live? I said, the daya house, introduced the older aspect of the house. He said, this is my house. I have only one house in the town. Many people will expect that when they come to Kano, they know the house that they come to Kano, they have. Now, my children have a home. There is nowhere they can go to come outside home. They can go to anything they know because they are indigenous of home. That's why I like to educate. Then number 2, I left to Birmingham in England. For 5 years, my age. I lost contact with my mother for 5 years. So when I came, I said, okay, the first day I will not stay in England, then come and stay too, so that every day I will bring my mother before I go out. He took my papers to Kaduna Polytechnic and then God said it's not my position, my opportunity, I think it.
Say in English. Well, the reason is that they want to make it a serial event so that one day it will be summed up as a compendium or as a booklet. And for the benefit of history, the professor of history giving history. So, what I'm going to say, you know, when you're given a topic, you just have to force yourself to think. If you're given a topic to speak in Arabic, you are taught to speak in Arabic so as to try and be fair to the topic. If you're given a topic in Hausa, so fortunately or unfortunately, I'm given the topic in English and I'm going to speak in English, I'm not an Englishman. So, and I'm speaking to people that are not English either. So either way, I pray that Allah will guide us through. Now, the persons of Prof. Dahiru Yahya, whom we have just heard from 2 of his associates, one is his son and friend, and a family member. Another one is another friend who also has blended into the family, who have had the kind of person he is. As far as the family and the academic and social life he has blended. Now, if we are going to talk about the personality of such a great institution, our role in the institution, let's say a teacher or teacher, but Dahiru is an institution. Because certainly if you are going to study him, somebody said you can write a 500-page book on him. I believe rather than more, volumes can be written on him. Because each and every aspect of his life with him, there are lessons that he learned. What I will say, I mean, my talk will be limited to the struggle against oppression. Now, what is oppression? And why the struggle against oppression? Oppression literally means, if you go by the Arabic dictionary, that is Zulu. That you take something and put it in the wrong place. When something is done wrongly, that is oppression. You're supposed to have a cap on your head. If you put your cap in the pocket, you're oppressing the cap. And that's the reason. Shoes are supposed to be worn on your feet. If you decide to take your foot in your hand, the shoes in your hand, that is an oppression. Putting the right thing in the wrong place, or wrong thing in the right place, that's oppression. Now, if I will jump and skip all these preambles, anyway, that's not my issue of discussion. The point is that Prof. Daya identified himself with Sheikh authority, and he participated fully from that day to the end of his life with the struggle against oppression. Now, it is a common fact, it's a pillar, it's a living history. If you ask somebody today, Nigeria, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, everything is good, we're all comfortable. The government is fair and just, everything, there's no challenge, there's no zulm, there's no oppression. What will somebody talk to you? What will he say to you? If you are living, you say you are mentally sick, you are insane. Because this oppression is something that we are only witness to. So there's no need for you to start narrating the kind of oppression that we are living now. Perhaps even this lecture now, the way I'm talking, if this lecture is to be delivered in the next 50 years, Prof. Daya different kind of sentimental words, trying to discourage. In fact, they are even labeled as mentally sick, that they are mad, not knowing that they are trying to find a solution for mankind. Just like the Prophet Muhammad was labeled as mad, isn't it? How many verses in the Holy Quran Allah has clarified that he is not mad? Therefore, these kind of oppressions have been there, wars have been there, trying to discourage. Now, a person like Prof. Yahya, as a struggle, as a symbol of struggle, do you think he's insane? Certainly no. Rana, you say he's one of the most intelligent people that have ever lived the surface of this country, Nigeria. Now, if he can so succumb to the ideology of Islamic movement in Nigeria, and you that think you are so intelligent, compare your intelligence with him. Remember that he had first class in history in those days, not first class that are being manufactured these days. The system I know what's happening. I'm not saying that I'm not the class, but I know there's a lot of difference between the class of these days and the class of those mid-70s. There's certainly a lot of difference. And mind you, when we went to present his dissertation for masters, it was completed to PhD, and when they were to invite the external examiner to examine him, they said there is no need, because the dissertation itself is self-examining. It has examined itself and it has passed. Now, compare your intelligence with him. Yet, he remains a member of Islamic Ummah. He participated fully until the end of his life. If you are thinking that you have reached a social status, you are so popular that you cannot come and participate in the Islamic in the struggle, then compare yourself with Prof. Daya, who has reached the peak of all careers that we get. Yes, he may not be a vice chancellor, but you know how vice chancellor will go before him. What is he? He's a teacher of teachers. Remember, he just said he was a chairman of government board, and so many other positions. In fact, in a discussion with him, he said there has not been a single constitution in Nigeria unless, of course, he was part of the constitution drafting committee, either elected or drafted to participate. And these are the people that sit down and make laws and policies. And certainly, it's not a job for you to find yourself in such a way. Now, if you are thinking of social status, this is a man that has attained the maximum. He has the highest connections all over. Many of the great personalities in Nigeria are either his students or the product of his students. At the beacon of his thinkers, you can always call them or talk to them at any time. Yet, he chooses to follow the course of Islamic movement, the course of the struggle. Now, if you think you are rich, or you are too poor, or you think it's materialistic affair, you're neither rich nor poor. Because, alhamdulillah, the richness of one is the state of the mind is what depends. He might not be extravagantly rich, but see that his house in Umbogo. At the time he built that house, estimate it, compare it with the cost of houses as of then. If he had wished, he would have built mansions. He had the opportunity. Many organizations, even United Nations organizations, he was a member, there are many of their intelligent bodies, yet he so identified himself with the Islamic movement and struggled against oppression. All of you, what is your evidence? Who knows you? For those that think the Islamic movement is a materialistic affair, that Sheikh doesn't just funded. The Islamic movement is funding the Islamic Republic of Iran is funding the Islamic movement. That is a misconception. Because how much will you be prepared to be killed? Take the case of Sheikh Dahiru. How much will you be paid for your 6 children to be slaughtered in your presence and your wife to be molested and loaded with bullets in your presence? How much? 3 million? 10 million? How much will you be paid to be killed? Certainly there's no amount of money. It's only the price that lies with Allah that you can live and you can sacrifice your family, your life. That is the Al-Jannah, that is the real Allah. That's what you can sacrifice for. Now, Prof. Dahiru Yahya had the opportunity to be rich. At the tail end of his life, we know how much opportunities were afforded him. We know how much has been trying to be used. He was trying to be induced. But he remained firm, he remained aloof from the system. And rather identified himself with the Islamic movement, which is a struggle against oppression. Now, another dimension to this issue of struggle against oppression is that معلوم لا تقاتل في سبيل الله والمستضعفين من الرجال والولدان الذين يقولون ربنا أخرجنا من هذه القرية الظالم أهلها وجعلنا من لدنك وليا وجعلنا من لدنك. What is the matter with you that you do not struggle against oppression on the part of Allah, whereas you are living in a society where the children and the women are crying, "Oh Allah, give us an outing." Prof. Dahiru Yahya, at the age of 75, he returned back to Allah. By age, he's an old man. He could have just concentrated his hands and said, "Oh, ربنا وجعلنا من لدنك وليا وجعلنا من لدنك نصيرا." Rather, he was so up and doing, so available, so disposable that I think the last place he visited was Pahoya. You know Pahoya? If you search Nigerian map, you may not even see it. Because it is so insignificant, it's a village behind Asibitin area. He was invited there for Mawlud. He has never denied himself of being anywhere so long as it was because of struggle against oppression. And that's a role model for you and me. When we went for this type of internship in Koyarwa, I was opportunity to be with him. We were together throughout. Even sleeping, you say, but you go get out. This way, even but he doesn't know. We sleep in the same room, same hotel, same everything. I could see it's then that I came to understand him better. He may be old physically, but spiritually he's a young and up and dynamic person, or rather he was this. I remember somebody saw him with Shekara. He went and bought walking sticks for them to support them. When it was brought to him, he looked at me and said, "Prof," said, "Sir, I get it, so you need this." Said, "Sir, but you need this, sir, why he doesn't need it?" That golden stick is still there in my bedroom now. Every day I used it, but at some point I almost collapsed. But this man was there. He took the 100 kilometers from Nigeria to Harvard on foot. He said, Prof, I don't want this, no. The soldiers you want by these are never old. They are young.
And also Asibitin Yahya. And also I taught Dahiru Yahya. And also I taught another Adiza, but she was his granddaughter. So through them, I was opportunity to have an contact with Professor Dahiru Yahya. I am from Kano. We have an annual volume where we are discussing on how to organize Maulud 2008. People were bringing names of ulama to be invited there. Then I was thinking, why can't we start inviting lecturers for university so that they come up with this occasion? So the influence of professors nowadays are aided. He said, think not more than that of ulama nowadays. How I had his death. I was in the office, then a man called me to confirm his death at that very day around 11. I was shocked. Then I said, let me find it out. I called somebody and then I called his number. Then one of his daughters picked. I said, I want to confirm what we have been hearing. Is it true? Say yes. Then I started crying. By then he was living in the hospital. So we hope and pray his soul resting after peace.
That's one, it is a brother, Hassan Yahya, who was on 3 years before the passing of Prof. I'll give Harun Magashi just 3 minutes to say something about
being close associated. The important thing about Umar Yahya is that he studied things he perceived personally. Umar Hassan, though I say combated, embraced the school of Ahlul Bayt Shia on his own, not in alliance with the professor. He studied everything on his own, consulted teachers, scholars, and read books, and got convinced that the path of Ahlul Bayt is the best, and he embraced that path. He lived a real Shia, and with time he understood the call of Sheikh Ibrahim. I think the last time we were in Zaria together with him was when Sheikh Zakzaki narrated the full sermon of Dahiru home. And I was not judging, but he had a pen and paper and jotted all that he could. And when we were going back, he said, I am glad I lived to attend this program. I went along with Umar Hassan, as I said, and Ali Usman, among other friends. So Umar Hassan Yahya lived a very humble life. I would say that one thing I recognize about him, he never got angry with me throughout our lives. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer of the colon, and after about 11 months from the diagnosis, he passed, I think 4 years, if I'm right, 4 years back. So please, whenever we remember Professor Dahiru Yahya, we remember him along with his son Umar Hassan Yahya, and we pray for them together. May Allah have mercy on their souls and raise them with those that they believe in till their death, as the elevation of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala.
I understood that about 3 brothers have made some presentations here. A member of the family, Yahya Mustafa, as I saw it written, and also Professor Abdullah Yahya, as well as
A number of brothers also have spoken now and have commented with regard to the Prof. A lot has been said. What is important is to try our best at least to practice the lessons we have had from the blessed life of the Professor. I just tried to write, or rather I wrote some little points here. I will refer us to a book that was launched in 2011 in Bayero University in recognition of professors' selfless services, especially at national level. You know, with regard to the whole country, the contributions the professor has given. In fact, the university decided to publish the book in recognition of the professor's contribution that year, 2011. And many people attended the program, including the leader of the Islamic movement, Shekara. It was launched when the Prof had completed at least 40 years in selfless service in the Nigerian universities. So the book is Resurgent Nigeria. The title is Resurgent Nigeria, Issues in Nigerian Intellectual History, a history in honor of Dahiru Yahya. The book was published by University Press, Ibadan, 2011. There are a lot of things that have been mentioned with regard to the contributions of the Prof. At not even beyond the borders of Nigeria. I think it's good that whoever can lay hands on the book to go through the book. There are a lot of things that have been said about the professor, and it will enrich, you know, the little knowledge we have about the professor, and we can propagate it. So from the little I have had, when I arrived, I had a lot with regard to the professor's educational capacity, educational struggle, intellectual capacity, and multidimensional contributions to national development, and also his unique and specific clear contributions in the Islamic movement. And probably this is where I have some little comments. Because the mission of the Islamic movement is not any different from the mission of all the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has summarized the mission of all the messengers in Surah Al-Hadid, the 5th verse of Surah Al-Hadid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط. This is the mission behind the coming of all the messages of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also those reformers that track their own footsteps. Also the message is one, to ensure justice in the societies. To ensure justice, you know, in the societies, in the communities, all over on the earth, to ensure justice. So ensuring justice means fighting against oppression, fighting against tyranny, putting things right, and all other things that relate to this way. I did not know the Prof for quite long, but Alhamdulillah, as our brother you has spoken here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also has blessed him to be a bridge, you know, or to be the first contact that the Prof had from the brothers, the Muslim activists in the Islamic movement. I could not recall exactly when I got my first contact with the Prof. Of course, that time I was not working with Bayero University, but some of us here will remember Baba, the father of Sheikh Shahid Ture Allah. You know, he published a book by the name Courage and Conviction, 20 years of New Nigerian Newspapers. So, you know, he narrated his experience when he was working at the New Nigerian newspaper. So in that book, after publishing the book, a number of copies was sent to the Sheikh Shahid And the Sheikh gave me a number of copies to distribute to a number of friends of Baba, including the Prof. A number of professors, a number of people well known. As you know, Hajjul Muhammadu is well known all over. So, Professor Yahya was one of those that the Sheikh has given me a book to present, on behalf of his father. That was my first contact with the Prof. I took the book to his office. He was very glad, and he commented a lot about Baba and also about the Sheikh. Some of the things he said as a very close friend to Baba, he said, Alhamdulillah was a struggle, He said, as a very close friend to Baba has been, sometimes speaking, talking about how deeply involved was Sheikh Shahid Tura in the struggle. This is not a movement. It's like he was complaining, he was thinking what will happen to him, these kinds of things. Professor Dahiru was telling him, I told Baba, I believe this is what he is doing. Because he's an upright man, he's very dedicated, he's very this and that and that and that. I am sure nothing will happen to him except good. You get the point? So this is, I'm just trying to narrate the first time I had my first contact with Baba. And Alhamdulillah, after that contact, things continued. And as you know, Sheikh Turi has invited a lot of people and presented the movement to everybody, So that is the one now. But we have been talking for quite some time. So even 2 days back, I was discussing with him from Abuja. He was just about to cry. He didn't mention and myself also about to cry. When we were Remembrance of Members, I was telling him that my last contact with the Prof was in Shekara. He attended the Koyarwa, the Unity, that was the last, more than 2 years ago. Yes, more than 2 years ago, when he attended the Koyarwa. I did not personally attend the Koyarwa. I was in the school, but I got that he was there. So I attended the premises of the program, and I met the Prof, and we discussed with him and many other international participants. So at last we had some meetings, and most important part of it is that based on that contact, we organized our programs because there are students from different universities in Tehran. For example, we organized a Maulud program, and the Prof was our guest speaker. He attended and delivered talk. International students, a number of international students attended, and it made a lot of, a great result was made as a result of that presentation. And also by extension, we organized another program in home. We moved down to home also. We gathered, brothers and sisters from different universities, from different institutes, also from delivered lecture there. And also, we organized another program in Mashhad. We continued contact with the different brothers there. And also, I know I took him to Rana airport, and I made him farewell. He and his wife. And that was my last contact with him. Of course, when I was there from time to time, we used to chat. Before, Prof was not chatting well, but his full participating in the Islamic movement has encouraged him a lot, to participate in the social media. So we used to chat sometimes if there is a title related to his activities that is sought by somebody. I know some people were looking for some write-up to do with some emphasis, some dynasties, and he was always my best contact. So we used to chat, and it was just one of the days I was in school. That was the day the professor, returned his Lord. My wife got the news, I didn't get it, but she used to tell me until when I returned home. She was telling me that this is what happened. All we had was to Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Alhamdulillah, we will thank the Resource Forum for organizing this event, and we thank all the individual brothers and sisters that have contributed to manifest this program. And this program reminds us also to do our best. Today we are remembering Professor Dahiru Yahya. Alhamdulillah, he has done his best. We are all witnesses. We have seen what he has done. The little we have seen, he has done a lot. A lot. He has done a lot. You know, he has contributed a lot. Only God knows, the impact of the Professor's activities. And more by this reminds us of great icons of the Islamic movement in the past, present, and also it reminds us of the future. You know, whenever we have the leader, the leader that has been blessed and praised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he needs lieutenants. He needs lieutenants that empty his court. Today, we used to remember some of the great icons of the Islamic movement of the 20th and 21st century. People like Masana Imam Hassan al-Banna, Sheikh Hassan al-Banna. But when you look at those very close to him, you can see those that have contributed a lot. Sometimes even they are known better than Sheikh Hassan al-Banna. People like Masalan, what is that? Sheikh Sayyid? No. Sayyid Kobo, for example. People like Sayyid Kobo, they have contributed a lot, but yet, if you look at the intellectual contribution and other contributions they have given, what will lead to socio-economic changes in their society is very great and cannot be overemphasized. So what is important is to look at this and to bridge the gaps. Because what is always important is that you try to bridge the gap between what you can do and what you are doing. If there is a gap between what you are doing and what you can do, it means there is shortcut. You get the point. So let's try our best. Let's do our best and try our best to pass this message. As it was mentioned by the Prof. The Prof had never, hidden his identity. He has been a member of this movement and everybody knew him from the traditional institutions and other institutions, but he identified himself with the Islamic movement. So it is good that whichever organizations we belong, we try our best to pass this message. We believe that this country has no solution to all its socio-economic predicament except the Islamic movement. And we believe that no matter how long, people will come to understand this. If anybody seeks for any solution, anywhere, anytime, I assure you that it is only time they will understand that that is not the solution. The solution rests with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it rests with His message, and that message is Islam. And this Islam we are talking of, the real Islam.
Only attempt at depicting what he was, but he was much beyond what has been said on him. May the Almighty Allah forgives and shows His infinite mercy on him. May the Allah Ta'ala grant his beloved family and Maulana Sayyid Zazikah the fortitude to bear the great cross. Salawat Allah wa Ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli wa rahmu wa hadihi wa afwahu wa taqabbal minkum wa akhir jannati kulliyat اللهم زدنا ولا تنقصنا واكرمنا ولا تهنا واعطنا ولا تهنا واغفرنا ولا تنصرنا وانصرنا